All right.
Let me just turn
I'm
to
sorry.
you.
No, you don't have to turn to me. You can be on your computer. Okay. Um. So, which high school did you attend? Which high school did you attend?
Joliet Central High School.
And did you like it?
I loved it.
Were you popular in high school? And don't lie.
Very popular.
Are
I
you
was
just
very
saying that
popular.
because you're on camera?
No, I actually come from a family of 11 brothers and sisters. I am the second to the youngest, and every other family within our family. My dad is from a family of 13. My mom is from a family of 11. So all of my cousins and cousins and cousins and friends and cousins and friends, we had a ball. So it was just a ton of us hanging out together, going to different parties, skating, over each other's house. Um, going out to a club and eating breakfast the next morning and just laughing, just having a good
Clubbing.
time. I don't know if they call it clubbing, but we didn't call it clubbing back then. We called it hanging out. So yes, I did.
Did you have any worst enemies in high school?
Actually, it wasn't worst enemies. I'm pretty. I think I was pretty sensitive to girls, and I think girls are probably like that now, where they don't if they think you are a little better than them, or if they think you have something more than them, sometimes they get a little fierce with you. But for the most part, I was pretty sensitive to how to kind of get along with every crowd, every group, with the jocks, if you will, or the athletes, with the cool girls, and also just with your academics. So everybody, I was pretty cool. I was able to immerse myself in different groups without causing too much damage. So no, I didn't have any enemies for the most part.
Did you have a boyfriend during high school?
I did not have a boyfriend.
But you were Miss Popular
I was
with
Miss
no
Popular.
boyfriend.
In the sense, when I say Miss Popular, I got along with everybody. I got on well with all the girls. I got on well with all the guys. I had a lot of admirers, if you will. But I came from a very strict household. My mom was a missionary. My brother was a minister. So we grew up in church. And when I say that, that was a part of that's a fabric of who I am. So that's a product of who I am and what I came from. So I was a little cautious about dating, because quite a few guys were just trying to. I wasn't always sure of their ulterior motives, but I did have a lot of admirers. I did date. I always went out a lot, if you will, in big groups. So when I mentioned the popularity, it was just because everybody knew us and everybody liked us, and so it was fun. I didn't feel the need to have to mix it up if I didn't really want to date somebody.
Any good memories during your high school career?
High school, to me, it was just fun. I wasn't. My kids now. I don't know if I'm mentioning you, but you guys are such smarties. I was your average student, but my most intimate moments came from family and the people that were around me, and the types of activities that we would do. That was always the fun part. That was the best memories were friends, family, and friends.
Any big controversy that happened when you were at school? Some girl got pregnant, set the town on fire.
The only thing I can think of that was going on in my time, the schools were closing, and I think during it actually ended up closing until these earlier years, since I've had kids. But back in my day, I was at Joliet Central, which was the largest high school, still is. Joliet West was where it was, and then there was a Joliet East. And back during that time, one of the students wanted so badly that for the schools not to close, that he set the school on fire at Joliet East, because he
Oh.
didn't want it to close. That was just, everybody was so, believe it or not, right or wrong, or good, bad, or indifferent. They were so ingrained in, I want my school to stay open. And of course, everybody knew Joliet Central was going to stay open because it's the largest school. We could have actually immersed all of the schools into our school at some point. But for the most part, the biggest controversy was just the school closings, whether they were going to close, who was going to close, where they were going to bus the kids to, that kind of thing. It never did happen on my watch. It happened maybe about 2 years after I graduated.
And what was the cool thing going on at Joliet Central that everyone just had to have or had to do, or a place everyone had to go?
I think the place back in our day was skating rink. It used to be Rosalie Skating Rink. Everyone had to go there. everyone. I mean, you had your kids from the east side, you had your kids from the west side, and it was fun. The thing I love about back then, all these fights that break out now, there was a lot of more structured activities for young kids. So you had your local places where you could go and didn't drink. And so you had all the partying. There was lots of little clubs all within Joliet, downtown Joliet, west side Joliet. So you didn't. Right now, I don't think there's a lot of structure literally within Joliet for kids that are young. So when I was in high school, that was a big thing. Everybody had to go to Rosalie Skating Rink. That was the hot spot every Saturday night. You would go skating, hang out in the parking lot. Then you would go grab, go for breakfast, stay to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, laugh and talk and hanging out. So that was the fun time.
And lastly, what was the song you remember most that everyone was singing in high school?
In high school,
Or just back in the day?
Flashlight. I don't know.
By who?
I don't even remember who it was by. Flashlight.
All right, Mom. Get
Red
it.
light.
All right.
Red light. Ooh, stop light.
Oh, all
I
right.
can't remember. Funkadelic. That's who it was by. It was called Flashlight by Funkadelic. Somebody look that up.
Okay, we'll look it up. All right. Thank you, Brenda Robinson, for your interview about Joliet Central.
Thank you.